The Air India strike is now on its 50th day, and with 600 crores of revenue losses, there's still no signs of a breakthrough. Both sides have refused to budge from their stand. The 440 pilots of the Indian Pilots Guild, which has now been de-recognized, have tried to negotiate with the management, but until they return to work, the management is simply not interested. In a last-ditch attempt, the pilots are now sitting on a hunger strike indefinitely in both Delhi and Mumbai to get the government to listen and respond. Who will blink first?
Unprecedented scenes in Delhi and now Mumbai. Among the country's highest paid professionals, Air India's pilots currently on hunger strike. Captain Hari Shankar has flown with Air India for the last 7 years. But today he's on the ground on the second day of a hunger strike. With temperatures soaring in the capital, going without food and water is a struggle. But nothing compared to 50 days without work, without pay, and mostly without hope.
It is tough, but not that tough when a person knows he is true at heart. And we are true at heart. We know we are fighting for just cause. We are feeling like there's nobody listening to us. So this is the way to be heard.
440 of the striking pilots have decided to sit on an indefinite strike until 101 of their colleagues who were sacked are taken back. But while they sound steely in their resolve, many are getting crushed under pressure.
We took loans of nearly 25 lakhs to do that flying training. After that, we got our license. And for that, we have to repay the EMIs to the banks. And for the last 6 months, I have not been able to pay back the EMI. So now banks are targeting my parents and my close relatives. So it's become a matter of survival for our families too.
Along with their counterparts in Delhi, 9 pilots of the Indian Pilots Guild are on an indefinite hunger strike here at Mumbai's Azad Maidan, which has seen many hunger strikes before. Like in the past, this time too, the pilots are hoping that the Air India management will be forced to pay attention to the issues they have raised.
From day 1 to day 50, we are at the same place from where we started. There has been no change whatsoever. The management has not taken even a single step.
Perhaps unprecedented is also the government's hard stand on dealing with these pilots. From one tough action to the next, in the last 50 days, they've refused to budge on the decision to take back the pilots.
भाई पायलट की जगह कॉकपिट में है, स्ट्राइक पे नहीं है, कोई इशू उनके है नहीं, क्यों नहीं वो काम पे आ जाते?
It's day 50 of the strike and both sides continue to remain in a deadlock. And from the looks of it, a breakthrough does not seem anywhere in sight so far. Now both sides continue to justify their stand. But what about the long-term losses to the reputation of the airline? What about the daily losses that the airline incurs? These are questions that both sides will have to be accountable for. With Saurabh Gupta in Bombay, in New Delhi with camera person Gopal Singh, Kashish for NDTV.
And I spoke a short while earlier to our newsmaker tonight, the Civil Aviation Minister, Ajit Singh. Mr. Singh, thank you so much for joining us. Day 50 of the pilot strike already. You don't seem to be showing any signs of blinking. The government, the pilots are just hardening their stand further. They're now on this hunger strike. What is your message? What is the message that's going out to these striking pilots?
Well, see, we have said all along that they should come back to work without conditions, and we are willing to talk to them. What more can we say? They don't listen to High Court. They don't give a notice for a strike. They don't worry about what's happening to passenger. They choose the time of a strike when there is most traffic in the country. And again, they have met us. It's not that we haven't talked. They have met me, they have met the secretary, they have met the CMD. We have discussed every time. But then they see, sometimes they say Dharmadhikari report is not acceptable. Sometimes they say IPG has to be re-recognized. I said, we'll discuss all these issues, but basically you are a pilot. Come back to work.
But there's no resolution in sight. You may be saying that, but you're still also insisting that they return to work without conditions. And if it hasn't happened in 50 days, why should it happen now?
See, what are their conditions? See, about their promotion in 6 years instead of 10. That's what Dharmadhikari's report is looking into, all those issues. So I fail to understand on what issues they went on strike. And why they are there for 2 months now. After, they don't want to listen to High Court, they talk to me, they don't want to finally, I mean, when they come and talk, they agree with everything. But then they go back, so I fail to understand what they want really.
All right. How are you responding to this hunger strike? How do you see this? Will you at all consider recognizing the Indian Pilots Guild again?
See, basically, whatever the trade union rules are, will follow that. But basically, things cannot be as they were before a strike. A lot of things have changed. Air India is making new business plans. They have to go according to that. A lot of things have to change if Air India has to survive. I mean, Dharmadhikari report will, of course, they will discuss with all the employees, but that will change many things, and without that, I am again saying Air India will not survive.
All right. But what is it that, you're saying a lot of things have changed, but what precisely has changed then?
See, pilots have, after 14 days now, they are supposed to go have a full medical checkup. They haven't gone for that. After 30 days, they'll need the simulator training again. So, what are the issues? I fail to understand.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news, and your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.